Yes.
Magandang araw po sa ating mga tagapakinig at tagapanood. Ngayong araw na ito ay mapalad tayo at kasama natin ang tatlo nating mga bisita because we are taking health as a priority. Ngayon po at long last, we have Doc Cel Flor Brillantes, our Baguio City Health Officer. Welcome, Doc.
Welcome. Thank you, Malen, for the invitation and magandang gabi po sa mga viewers po natin.
Alright, and also we have a good friend of mine, Odi Colongon.
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Odi. More than 13 years na nagde-dialysis.
Alright, loud and proud si Odi dito. And we are happy to have him. Of course, kasama din natin si Jojo Rugay from the Northern Sanctuary Metropolitan Community Church or NSMCC. Welcome to the show.
Good evening, Malen. Thank you very much for having us.
Alright, ngayon po, we're very lucky that we have this group of persons here to talk about two top health concerns in the city. We also will talk about HIV/AIDS, of course, and chronic kidney disease. So kasama natin si Doc Flor ngayon. Ano po ba ang estado ng ating health with regards to CKD or chronic kidney disease? Kamusta tayo sa Baguio, Doc?
Okay. Well, it's not among the top 10 morbidity.
Mhm.
Okay. However, we also, and it's not, malapit na siya sa top 10 o mortality natin. No? Ang isa lang na top 10 sa morbidity natin is the urinary tract infection,
Mhm.
which can cause the decrease of kidney function leading to the chronic kidney disease. So, as of 2024, we had 135 deaths.
135 deaths.
Chronic kidney disease. Alam naman natin, no, Malen, that ang ginagawa ng kidneys is to filter the waste
Mhm.
and excess fluid, no, from the blood of a person, and that it goes with the urine na yung
Yes.
ating mga na-filtered na mga toxins, no. And if the kidneys are affected, so bumababa yung function ng kidneys,
Mhm.
and that causes now the chronic kidney disease, then goes to chronic kidney failure.
Mhm. Ito po yung ating mga, nagkaroon ng clamor kasi sa Baguio City at certain point, siguro mga a few years back, dito sa dialysis. So, ang daming advocates na ma-increase ang dialysis treatments sa PhilHealth. And I guess nagkaroon ng sagot sa clamor na ito dahil nag-increase nga itong dialysis treatments sa ating PhilHealth. Dahil siguro din sa clamor, not only in Baguio City, but of course, nationwide, dahil marami ngang naaapektuhan nito. Now, kay Odi, tell us about your story.
I started dialysis. Actually, daanan ko na lang. Dati akong kidney transplant.
Mhm.
Yung unang dialysis ko was 1997. I was 18 years old then. So, fast forward na siya. So, hindi ko na itatakil yun. Noong 2010, dati ako nagtuturo. Yun, na nagka-pneumonia, and then nagpa-work up uli, and then nakalaman na sinabi ng doktor ko dito at na for confirmation sa Manila na nag-fail na siya. So, okay na. Parang nagbumusina na ano ka na, back to dialysis ka. So, monitoring na lang. Monitoring ako 2010, then 2011, July, nag-start na ako mag-dialysis. Until now, magpo-14 years na siya this coming July. So, yun, sa journey na yan, hindi ganun kadali.
Of course.
Kasi, yun nga yung sinasabi ko lalo na nung first few years, ito na-experience ng, kung hindi man lahat, karamihan is yung congestion. Yan yung, suki ako niyan eh. Congestion, pneumonia, at may connect ko lang dun sa PhilHealth. Ibang-iba yung panahon noon nung wala pang PhilHealth na ganito kalaki.
Totoo yan, dahil marami akong kakilalang nag-advocate talaga na madagdagan dahil kulang na kulang natin.
Naabutan ko siya ng 45 session a year.
A year.
A year. Kung hindi ako, correct me if I'm wrong, sorry po, hindi ko na maalala yung cash out mo kung buo. I think it's 3,000 kung hindi ako nagkakamali. That was 2011 onwards. Hanggang sa naging 90 siya. So, okay. Kanya-kanyang diskarte. Kami ang ginagawa namin, half-half. Ang daming, alam mo, strategizing kung anong gagawin mo na hatiin mo. Yung ibang mga kasama namin na, syempre, again, tungkol ito sa pera, inuubos muna nila lahat bago sila, yung ganon, iba-iba eh.
So, iba-ibang diskarte para makasurvive.
Yes, para
Literally.
makasurvive. So, nung I'll call it a blessing na lang nung nag-pandemic for me kasi tinaas nila ng 144 doktora eh. Parang yun ang looking at the brighter side of life. Wow, thank you. Mayroon pa ring benefit yung pandemic for me kasi naging 144 and it's a big deal. Parang ang kino-cover lang ng 144 session was 2 times a week treatments ng mga pasyente.
Twice a week.
Twice a week. Ay, 3 times ako.
Oo.
So, it's still blessing pa rin yun hanggang sa kinontinue, hanggang sa naging 156, hanggang sa nagulat ako, ang bilis. Naging, nung July last year,
Malaking bagay talaga ito.
ang laki. So, yun yung gusto kong
How many do we have now?
156 sessions.
156
Nilabas
sessions.
nila yan, Malin, July. Tapos, mayroong umuugong na balita na tataas pa daw.
Sana.
Sabi ko, imposible naman na libre yung dialyzer, libre yung... pero, thank you. October. Parang gusto kong lumukso kahit hindi ako nakakalakad. Kasi talagang even injections, monthly lab, doktora, ang laking, grabe. Ngayon mayroon konting savings kang naitatabi. So yun yung isa sa mga gusto kong i-advocate sa mga pasyente. Na iba yung, again, hindi to generational ha.
Yes.
Marami kaming mga nakasabay. Marami akong kasabayan na nawala na. Dahil practically, may mga narinig akong kwento na uwi na lang ako ng Cordy, somewhere in Cordy. Akit na lang ako ng bundok, doon na lang ako magpapahinga. Kasi wala nang ganyan eh.
Oo.
Mayroong iniwan ng mga kapatid, iniwan ng ganito.
So, iba't ibang kwento talaga sa bawat CKD patient
Yes.
kung tawagin natin.
Yes.
And we will be talking more about this and more about
Yes.
Odie's advocacy now
Mm-mm.
and how he empowers other patients to go on.
Yes.
Ngayon, another top concern, Doxel. Itong topic na to malapit sa puso ninyo. Ang ating advocacy on HIV/AIDS. Kamusta ang statistics natin? Is it still increasing?
Well, it has never gone down.
That's a
Agree.
fact. It has never
Yeah.
gone down.
Yes, hindi talaga, no? And what's also good, yung nangyayari sa dialysis natin na you know why Odi, kaya nagiging libre yung mga medicines nyo tsaka mga additional testing. Tinaas din kasi ng PhilHealth ang capitation ng PhilHealth, ng claims ng isang treatment center. So ganun din ang HIV, nadagdagan din ang treatment hub
Yes.
dito sa Cordillera. Kung noon una BGH lang ang ating tinitingnan na treatment hub, now we also have the RHWC treatment hub, satellite treatment hub sa Health Services Office.
Yes.
Then meron na rin tayong NOTRE.
Yes.
Then meron na rin tayong 4 sa ibang Cordillera provinces.
So ito yung clamor natin before.
Yes, na
So
madagdagan.
nadadagdagan naman.
Yes. At the same time, though nabawasan nga ang dito sa Baguio, na pumupunta dito sa Baguio, marami pa rin. Oo. So the treatment hubs in the city of Baguio has 940 patients at this point in time.
940
Yes.
patients.
And majority are with the Baguio General Hospital. Only a few sa ating, so 74% nasa BGH. Sa ating HSO naman ay 12.7% and the rest are not na.
These are receiving treatment.
Yes, they're receiving free treatment.
Okay. So, pupunta tayo dun sa journey sa free treatment at kung paano nabubuhay ang ating mga kababayan living with HIV/AIDS. Kasi dati wala pong treatment. So we have progressed to this level na meron na tayong pwedeng magawa. It's no longer a death sentence. Now, for Jojo, tell us about the advocacy of the Northern Sanctuary Metropolitan Community Church, or NSMCC.
Okay. MCC is an LGBT affirming church, no?
Yes.
I don't know, maybe because it was Pastor Mike Sotero who headed us ever since. Mike Sotero was really big on advocacies.
Yes.
Merong LGBT rights siya. And with that, as far as I can remember, when I entered MCC in 2009, he was already big on the HIV advocacy.
We will always remember Mike Sotero for this advocacy that he has always fought for, along
Yeah.
with many others, but this is closest to his heart.
Right. I remember we didn't have like strong connections before to institutions that can help with advocacy. So I remember si Mike, if he gets his hands on like supplies like condoms, tuwang-tuwa na siya noon, pupunta siya kahit mag-isa doon sa Burnham because nandun yung, alam niya na nandun yung mga watering holes ng mga gays.
Yeah.
Siya usually namibigay siya doon. And,
Kabisado ni Doc Sel din itong mga panahon na ito eh.
right. And then he would contact the contacts in schools, with
Grassroots
organizations
talaga, yes.
para siya makapag-teach para siya makapagbigay ng HIV awareness on his own back then. It was in 2015 nung nagbago yung trajectory ng MCC because we were introduced to community-based screening. It was our ITM under Dr. Ditangco then na lumapit sa amin through Project Red Ribbon. And we started that journey of screening, HIV screening sa community namin. We even had problems with the local health units then kasi
On the onset.
on the onset
On the
kasi
onset.
hindi nila
Birthing pains
alam.
ito.
Birthing pains.
Yes.
So at the moment na-roll out na sa mga government units, so hindi na lang MCC yung community-based screening team ngayon. Marami na.
Marami na. Ano po ba ang HIV stats natin ngayon? How many are affected with it? 900 and
940
940.
being treated, no?
Uh-huh.
And 713 have address na Baguio City.
Mhm.
Okay. Ang maganda niyan, medyo na-follow through natin yung ating mga pasyente because we have this 95-95-95 rule, no? Yung 95, ito yung nata-test for HIV, no? At they know their HIV status. Then second, the 95 is persons tested with HIV, 95% of whom are subjected for treatment already. Then 95% who are being treated are virally suppressed.
What does that mean?
Yeah, Malen, alam mo, magandang nangyari sa ARV, yung antiretrovirals natin, is that the patients at certain point in time, they become undetectable. Okay, undetectable.
Kailangan natin explain ito,
Yes,
Doc, ha?
oo.
Kasi marami pong hindi nakasunod sa balita sa HIV/AIDS community at hindi na naiintindihan ng some of our mga kababayan kung ano ang ibig sabihin ng undetected.
Yes.
Tapos ano na yung available treatment.
Yeah,
Kasi
okay.
parang na-stuck yung iba sa atin na walang treatment sa AIDS. So it's pag nagka-HIV/AIDS ka na, slowly you will say goodbye to the world. But now we are at the point that there is treatment and there is time that your virus will become undetectable. Ibig sabihin, you will not be infecting others.
Okay.
So,
Yes.
Doc,
Pag sinabi nating undetectable, of course, our patients undergo a test. So it's a viral load testing yan. And the viral load is less than 50. Pag less than 50, you become undetectable stage. Ibig sabihin, untransmittable. You will not be able to now transmit the virus. You can now have a baby. You can now, you can have a family because now you may not be transmitting the virus at a
Yes.
viral load of 50. So kailangan
Can lead a
frequent.
normal life.
Yeah, normal life yan. However, you need to still take the antiretroviral daily, no, for life.
So
din.
there is treatment.
There is treatment, yeah, no cure because it's still there.
Yes.
But we continue with the patients continue to take their treatment every day yan, and the viral load is being monitored
Oo.
annually.
Annually.
Annually
Hindi
yan.
na monthly, hindi quarterly.
Hindi
Annual
naman
na.
annually naman the
Okay.
viral load.
Did we ever think na pupunta tayo sa level na to on the onset?
Yes,
Ah,
we need-
That was this is not actually the dream, but this is close to the dream.
Closer, yes.
Yeah, this is closer to the dream. Gusto ko lang ipaalala rin sa mga
Yes.
PLHIVs na although undetectable is untransmittable and that's good. It is also not permanent. It can change.
So
At
we
times.
still have to take the precaution.
Right.
And really, ang precaution yan, every day. Daily intake of the antiretrovirals. And of course, healthy lifestyle. No?
Healthy
Kasi it
lifestyle.
will, it takes a lot of efforts to, maintain that undetectable stage.
Okay. So we will go on to talk about HIV/AIDS later and how people with living with HIV/AIDS can maintain this status. But para kay Odi, tell us about your advocacy on patient empowerment.
Yun yung gusto kong sabihin na parang, hindi na, ito magsisimula sa story na tumali na,
Go ahead.
gumawa ka na ng memoir. Kasi may mga doktora may nagsabi na sa akin, alam mo, akala namin noong 2016, mawawala ka na.
Oo.
Kasi yung photos ko, 43 kilos.
Yes.
Sabi ko, okay lang yun. Nag-iba lang yung mukha ko, but I'm still the old Odi. Bakit hindi ka gumawa ng memoir? Sabi ko, hindi ako writer.
I-document na ang
Oo.
buhay.
Sabi ko,
Doc, how many years can a patient go through dialysis? Is it a forever treatment?
I cannot say, but look
Oo.
at him, no?
Yes.
It's more than 14 years already. They say more than hanggang 10 years lang, no?
Oo.
Binibigyan
Kung sa
nila.
But Odi has
Pilipinas.
exceeded all expectations.
And you know what? I'm surprised, no? Ang ganda ng skin ni Odi.
That's true.
I really would like to, how Odi maintains good skin because I saw a lot of, almost all of them except Odi
Yes.
has darker skin.
That's why we thought of this show tonight to
Yes.
put all of you together. Kasi nga po, ang advocacies na to are close to my heart and close to other people's hearts also. So Odi, tell us about it.
yung connect ko lang yung sinabi ni doktora na yung how long.
How long?
Sa Pilipinas lang, dahil wala naman akong stat eh. Meron kami sa group namin, which is Dialysis PH, FB group ito.
Oo.
Isa sa meron din siyang page, SEC registered siya, na sa pagkakaalam namin, yung mga online lang ito, doktora, 22 years na siyang nagda-dialysis. At yung fistula niya is the same site.
Okay.
Hindi nagbago.
So only how many of them?
Yung isa, sadly, taga Davao, hindi ko siya na-interview. Kasi busy sa kanyang activity sa church. Bigla siyang nawala. So, nakalungkot kasi sabi ko, nagsiset pa lang kami. So, yung gusto kong i-advocate yung, noong una sabi ko, ano bang gusto kong sabihin? Gusto ko sana i-educate, pero hindi. Sabi ko, basic tayo. Sige, let's be precise, dialysis patient empowerment. Empowerment means, kailangan lang natin yung mga basic knowledge, basic know-hows on the dialysis itself. Yun yung gusto kong sabihin na hindi naman tayo kailangan magpakadalubhasa para malaman kung ano yung nangyayari sa katawan natin. Kasi importante na ako bilang pasyente, in my personal experience, bakit ka tumagal ng ganyan, Odi? Kasi last chance ko na to eh. I wanna live longer as, alam mo yon, hanggat kaya ko. So tulungan ko sarili ko.
Oo.
Kaya pag sinasabi sa akin, God is good sa iyo. Sabi ko, amen. Pero always remember pa rin po na ika nga, nasa Diyos ang awa, nasa tao pa rin ang gawa.
So, is there a secret to surviving this long, Odi? Baka people would want to know. You never miss a dialysis treatment, syempre.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kung secret, if they call it secret, ako
Oo.
tip ko yun, never miss your dialysis treatment unless may catastrophic whatever event,
Oo.
disaster. Kasi nasubukan ko na nasa dialysis kami, lumilindol 2022 July. Nag-stop, hindi namin alam. So, bagyo, brownout, walang walang bagyo, diretso. Medication, compliance with your medication, compliance with your check-ups. Or kung wala, hindi nyo makita yung nephrologist nyo, you check with your doctors na nasa center, physician on duty or resident on duty.
Is there a diet that you take? Strict sa diet?
Yun, you mean, ang diet, bakit ka kumakain ng ganyan? Ang gusto kong, ito paulit-ulit kong sinasabi sa mga kapwa dialysis patient ko na wala pong isang tao na pareho. Magkakaiba ang genetic composition ng isang tao. Pareho lang tayo ng sakit, pero hindi tayo pareho ng, magkakaiba tayo ng health condition, sexes, age.
So, a lot of factors.
Maraming factors. So, yung pagkain, ngayon, syempre, hindi mo naman kailangan i-deprive ang sarili mo. Pwede kang kumain. Always in moderation. Iba yung moderation sa, sorry, I have to say, lamon. Kasi, parang ngayon, masaya ako kaka-monthly lab ko ng Friday. Yung creatinine, up and down lang siya eh. So, pag bagong
Fluctuating
pasyente,
lang, yeah.
fluctuating, yung mga ibang pasyente na bago, yun yung paulit-ulit kong sinasabi na mag-focus kayo doon sa ibang laboratory test na concern tayo. Kasi doon naman nagmamatter yun eh. Parang ako, ang tagal kong pinababa ang phosphorus ko, doktora. 7 years.
So there are efforts like this talaga. You need the constant monitoring. Now,
Monitoring.
we read a few of marami kayong fans, kayong tatlo. Basahin lang natin ang sinabi ni TJ Villanueva. Salamat na lang, libre na sa PhilHealth. So I think everybody will agree to this. Kuya Odi, pa-shoutout from Kalibo, Aklan.
Ay, mga taga-Kalibo, Irish siguro yan.
Okay. We also have a message here from Dialysis PH Support Group from Reynaldo Abacan Jr.
Si Sir Reynaldo, hi Sir Ray.
Okay.
Si Sir Reynaldo Abacan, siya yung founder, presidente namin ng Dialysis PH.
Okay.
Hi Sir, taga Bulacan
So,
siya.
ang ating mga guests ngayon survive with support groups like this.
Yes.
And I'm sure ang dami ring support groups for HIV/AIDS. Okay, the Baguio Health Services Office is, of course, watching. And good evening po to our City Health Officer, Dr. Celia Flor Brillantes. We are watching from La Trinidad, from Casey Colas.
Good evening, Dr. Colas.
So ito na po ang ating mga health advocates. We also have Sir Darwin of DOH who is watching from Butuan. He wanted to join us specifically for our HIV/AIDS segment, pero ang dami niyang biyahe, so we will reserve another session for this. Now, punta tayo kay Jojo. Nasa level pa ba tayo ng IEC pag sinasabi nating HIV/AIDS awareness?
Sa tingin ko naman kasi, over the years, 2009 nang nagsimula ako sa MCC at we were working with HIV awareness na nung panahong yon. And I know Mike already did HIV awareness before that. At the moment sa akin nafe-feel ko minsan na it's almost passé na yung HIV awareness. What we should confront now is the attitude of people towards things.
Attitude, tell us more about this. Anong kailangan na attitude? Proactive? Kailangan ba? Ano?
It's taking seriously kung ano yung alam nila about HIV. Like for example, over the years may mga kaibigan kami na na-infect ng HIV, and you couldn't say that they were ignorant. They knew. Oo. But but they still not take it seriously, like thinking that this couldn't happen to me because I'm
So
healthy.
that frame of mind.
That frame of mind, that's just one. And then, yung tipong ngayon lang, when they have an encounter and they don't have protection, but still go through with it because they think just this one time, but it only takes one time. It could happen to any one of us. And the realization that people, especially the younger people, are already sexually active. Dapat tanggapin na rin natin yon. And that this part of society are very vulnerable because they don't have access to protection. And so we should think about that also. Yung tipong nakakatawa pag nagpapatest or
The stigma of it.
the stigma of it, it's still there. So we should confront the way our attitude about HIV, our attitude about sex, our attitude about protection and getting tested.
Leading cause of HIV, Doc.
Leading cause of HIV, multiple sexual partners.
So unprotected sex pa
Unprotected
rin.
sex
Ito pa
talaga.
rin yun.
Yeah.
Over the years, nagbago ba to?
Naniniwala ako kay Jojo, no? I've been with HIV advocacy since I started with HSO. And it's on my 30 years.
Yes.
I'm 30 years actually with the HIV because even if I'm the city health officer right now, I'm still the treatment health physician.
Aha.
And ang sinasabi ni Jojo is yung translation of their knowledge to practice. They fail. They do not want to translate their knowledge into practice. Ang sabi ni Jojo, ito yung behavioral change communication na kailangan i-communicate natin hindi lang sa health workers na ituturo nila kung paano mag-change yung behavior, pero diretso na tayo.
Kung
Diretso na tayo
ano-anong
sa mga
strategy po ang
sa mga
sinubukan yung gawin over the
Yeah.
years. Naaalala po
Right.
namin, especially sa media, kung paano pinaglalaban ni Doc Sel ang advocacy ito.
Yes.
Pero hindi nagbabago ang leading cause
Yeah.
natin. Unprotected sex pa rin. Why do you think this is happening? Anong kulang? Tayo pa ba ang nagkukulang?
Ano siguro? Targetin natin yung mga talagang at risk of having HIV. Yung mga sexually active, we teach them the behavioral change communication, behavioral change attitude, yung pagbabago ng behavioral, paano mabaguhin. Yun na, direct na tayo doon, no? Yung huwag na tayong paligoy-ligoy pa, no? Kasi, even young ones now, they become so.
When we talk about young ones, ano pong age bracket ang sinasabi natin? Para magka-idea tayo kung gaano ka-young ang tinatawag nating young.
For HIV
Yes.
patients, 14.
14. We're talking about
But for
as
Baguio,
young as 14.
17. As young as 17, nagkaroon na siya ng HIV.
So, ganyang age bracket of teens.
Yeah.
Teens, right? So, really, yung kagaya ng sinabi ni Jojo, talagang sexually active really needs to think twice. No? Okay, so kung kung sila nag-abstain, hindi sila faithful, yung third, then, kung if not, they really have to use protective barrier. Hindi pwedeng hindi. Kasi they get out of the norm already. Now, ang nagiging norm is among those are sexually active ka, multiple sexual, unprotected sex, yun ang nagiging norm among those exposed to a lot of sex. No?
Do we ever get tired of doing this advocacy? Kasi Doc, 30 years. I'm sure
15 years.
15 years. Tapos si Odi, may advocacy ding binubuo. Do we get tired of our advocacies? Do we get to the point na sinasabi mo, Doc, paulit-ulit na ako, 30 years na to, inumpisahan ko na to, city health officer na ako, nandito pa rin ako
Yeah.
sa advocacy to?
Hindi naman. Because siguro, nagkaroon ako ng passion eh. Yung passion na yan, I understood that really, iba-iba ang timpla ng panahon. No? Noon, iba yung timpla. Ngayon, iba na naman ang timpla. So that we really need to adjust our strategies. Hindi naman pwede ito last time. Bakit ngayon hindi pwede? So really, now, people are getting into social media. That's where they really learn about how and what they do when if they get into sex. No?
So Jojo, ikaw?
For me kasi, I wasn't big on advocacies before I came to Baguio. So
Uh-huh.
it was Mike. It has to be
Yes.
personal with me.
Yes.
And at first, it was because of Mike. I believed in what he did, and I was happy supporting him. Happy, I was very happy helping him to succeed. When it comes to advocacy, kung napapagod ba, nagbabago yung mukha ng advocacy over the years. Eh. It was different 15 years ago. It was different 9 years ago. And right now, it's different. It's kind of vibrant yung community-based screening advocacy dito sa Baguio.
Ngayon,
Right now, we have FPOP, we have Balay Marby, aside from Northern Sanctuary MCC. Meron na rin yung SHIP sa DOH, and then even our health services office also has a group that does CBS. Nagbabago nung una, medyo it was competitive. Right now, we're beginning to move into collaborative. So paiba, there will always be new challenges, and kaya masaya pa rin siya. There was a time nung
So this has also become personal for you now.
it has become personal
It has
for me.
become
Yeah.
personal.
Yes.
Kasi to be passionate and to advocate for something, it really touches home. For Odi, your newfound advocacy,
Ito, parang noong una sinusubukan ko lang, di ba? Dahil
testing muna.
through, parang nahiya nga ako pag sinasabing vlogger daw ako. Sabi ko, hindi. I just want to share my journey. Ngayon, na-connect ko yung sarili ko. Di ko nga alam may Facebook group ang dialysis group.
Oo.
Until nung October lang ako sumali. Nasa tagal ko ng Facebook. So, personal talaga siya sa akin. Kasi, yung pagod, I guess, literal mapapagod ako. Yun yung binabantayan ko. Kasi, gusto kong tumulong sa paraan na kaya ko. Kasi marami akong naiisip na gawin, pero sabi ko, hindi ko to kakayanin mag-isa. Kaya ako nakiki-coordinate ako sa Dialysis PH. Kasi dito sa Baguio na nakakatuwa dahil ang BGH, meron na sila doktorang dialysis patient group na
Okay.
hindi kasi ganun din kadali gumawa ng grupo, lalo na kung ang mga grupong pasyente mismo. At syempre case-to-case basis.
Mahirap mag-organize.
Mahirap ma-organize unang-una. Pangalawa, ang i-organize mo mga pasyente na laging pagod.
Na laging pagod.
Lalo na pag after dialysis, ibang
Yeah, they
klaseng
want to
pagod.
yeah.
So, minsan, maraming pagkakataon na gusto kong, di gusto mo bang maging presidente? Sabi ko, pwede akong mag-brainstorming, kaya ko yan. Hindi ako mapapagod pagdating sa ideas, sa pag-share, sa anything na I could share sa lahat ng mga pasyente. Sa physical, medyo doon ako limited. Pero sa mga posible at pwedeng gawin, marami akong pwedeng i-share sa, yun nga, kaya nga sinisimulan ko tong advocacy na to na hindi ko alam. I'm praying sa Panginoon kung saan ba niya ako dadalhin dito sa panibagong journey na ito para mas matulungan sa simpleng paraan ang mga kapwa ko pasyente. Kasi nalulungkot ako dahil may mga basic na dapat ito, ultimo pagtanong sa doktor, nahihiya siguro sila. Yun yung gusto
So
ko.
meron tayong mga kasamahan na nandun pa sa level na nahihiya pang magtanong sa doktor.
At ito pa, hanggang ngayon mayroon pa rin ganun notion, doktora. Pag dialysis patient ka, mamamatay ka na. Sino nagsabi?
At si Odi ang magpapatunay na hindi totoo yan.
It's all, alam mo, yan ang paulit-ulit kong sinasabi. Napaka-powerful ng mind natin. Alam mo, hindi ka ba natatakot, Odi? Sabi ko, alam mo, pagpapasok ako ng ospital, ang unang iniisip ko yung ganyan. Pambayad. Pero doktora, pag na-confine ka still, di ba?
Yeah, right.
Pero yun, una talaga, lahat ng mangyayari sa akin, pag na-settle na, okay na, mayroon na tayong okay na, parang nabubuhayan na ako ng, hindi ako natatakot pag nasa ospital ako. Dahil I trust all my doctors. Alam ko, gagamutin nila ako.
And with this positive attitude, I think Odi will be a good example of patient empowerment and you will continue to inspire others. Meron tayong isang message dito for Doc Sel and Sir Jojo from Hopeg High Alangsab. Thank you for the advocacy. Doc Sel,
Yeah.
kamusta ang government support for both HIV and CKD? Ano po bang treatments ang ino-offer natin? And how has the journey with government and non-government organizations been through the years?
Yeah, okay. We had the treatment hub at the HSO on July 2017.
Aha.
And 2 years ago, we were able to add additional staff at the HSO. So for HIV and for
Yes.
STI, medyo
Yes.
nahiwalay na natin. And we have a lot of volunteers from the DOH, no? May SHIP tayo, meron din tayong PSFI, Philippine
Pilipinas Shell.
Shell Foundation
Foundation.
Incorporated, so PSFI. So nandun sila sa opisina, no?
Oo.
At tumutulong sila sa advocacy natin, especially among men.
Yes.
Men having sex with men.
Yes. Men having sex with men.
Yeah.
Talagang
So,
tinutuunan
ang
to
laki.
ng pansin.
Ang laki ng naitutulong nila sa amin because ang hirap talagang i-approach ang ating MSM kung hindi ka MSM.
Oo.
So kailangan peer
Totoo.
to peer yan, no? Importante, no?
Totoo yan.
Totoo yan.
Totoo.
So kailangan we also, even for our of entertainers, yung ating female entertainers, we have taught some female entertainers to reach out to their fellow entertainers. And
Para
it's very
peer.
effective. Pati MSM, which has been there since 2002 naman actually. It started with the Baguio Center for Young Adults.
Yes.
Oo,
BCYA.
Yeah, kay Ma'am Marlene De
Yes.
Castro, no?
I remember that
Yes,
office.
oo. It started with them and they were concentrated sa
Oo.
sa social hygiene clinic sa atin. And we had a room for them, giving more counseling
Ito
to
yung
our
early
men.
start.
Yeah, early start to.
Do our LGBTQI community still face discrimination and stigma sa tansya ninyo through the years? Kasi ang dami nating empowering programs for the government and non-government.
I think really, Malen, it's not stigma from others. It's a stigma within yourself.
Mhm.
It's a stigma within yourself. Nahihiya pa sila na pumunta sa clinic for HIV testing. Oo. Kaya ngayon, I hope it's not, I don't want to preempt this, but
Go ahead,
we would
Doc.
like to extend services, care of DOH to, Department of Health, CAR, no, under Mr. Darwin, kaya marami rin na itulong ang ating mga HIV coordinators, no, from the DOH, from Cheryl Calusa up to Darwin, si Sir Darwin, tutulungan tayo na mag-extend tayo ng services ng Saturday, Sunday, and beyond 5 o'clock. We hope really that this will materialize and ang laki po ng tulong ng ating present mayor ngayon sa ating HIV advocacy.
Mhm. So nasa radar po ni Baguio Mayor Benjamin Magalong ang ating advocacy.
Yes.
And talaga naman pong mas masarap magtrabaho kapag suportado ka talaga ng non-government organizations kasi it rallies support for government programs at dito natin makikita ang effect nito. Doxel, marami pa bang nagpapa-test sa Baguio? Kaya medyo tumataas ba yung stats or Baguio lahat ito talaga?
Well, marami ring hindi taga Baguio. Kasi marami ring nagtatrabaho dito na hindi taga Baguio.
Ang tawag natin
And it's
dito ay
open.
transient community.
Yeah, transient community. Well, they become permanent once they are 6 months already here in Baguio City. No, but it doesn't really matter as long as they come for testing. It's open. We are open to anyone who wants to be tested.
Alright.
Yeah.
Ang testing natin ngayon parang COVID test na
Yeah,
ito, di ba?
yeah,
Mas madali na.
Yes, but that is for the community-based screening. HIV. Yun ang ginagamit. So very
Convenient.
very convenient and very easy to do, no? You can just prick and then drop the blood there. Okay. Then referral, nagre-refer sila sa amin, no?
Opo.
Kaya very close ang tandem namin sa ating mga community-based organizations led by MCC and then the others FPOP and the marami nang nagsusuputan din mga young NGOs.
Madami po ang daming NGOs nga. Latest na nabalitaan kong NGO dito is yung Balay Marvin nga, which is
Yes.
at the heart of Session Road talaga. So nasa sentro talaga sila. And they've also been doing school visits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Odi, tell us, what are your highs and lows? Lowest points and high points?
Being
Yes.
yung kung sa treatment itself, yung mismong session ha, yung ayaw naming na-experience,
Oo.
yung nagka-hypotension, nagka-cramps,
Right.
yan, nag-chills. Yan ang very common na nangyayari. Hindi lagi, pero lalo na pag bago kang pasyente, hindi pwede, hindi naman sa hindi mo pwede, pero dadaan ka doon sa hypotension, yung chills, yun yung grabe. Both chills and cramps nasubukan ko at the same time. So yun yung confinement. Sa journey na to, tuwing nako-confine ako, kasi naubos ko na doktora yung access ko. Hindi na ako yung fistula, yung AV fistula access. Naka-perm cut na ako at pangatlong perm cut ko na
Anong
ito.
ibig sabihin nun, Odi?
Help me out please,
Sige.
doktora, yung AV fistula, yung arterial
Atrial,
venous,
yes.
Alright.
tsaka hindi pa naman ako nag-graft. So, 1 year,
to the
1
blood
year,
vessels.
ito, 7 years. Nag-stop lang siya. And I was based in Palawan that time. 2 beses akong bumalik ng Baguio kasi yung hindi ako ma-clear. Una, yung hip replacement ko. Ang dami, di ba? So,
Sabay-sabay.
hindi. June ang hip replacement, na hip replacement ako 2014 December. Nagamit ko lang siya technically parang less than 4 years. Kasi immunocompromised ako mababa ang immune system ko. So nag-twist yung aking hip na implant. So they have to remove my implant. Hindi ako ma-clear during cardiology, laging wala. At hindi ako so nung lumipad ako ng Baguio. Nung bumalik ako, nag-stop yung fistula ko. So sabi ko, hindi ako pwedeng mag-base dito sa amin. Doon sa amin, kasi medical reason, like this one. Ang Baguio is parang, for me, parang na siyang Manila when it comes to medical procedures. Hindi na ako mahihirapan. So, yun. Ang challenging niya kasi may mga pasyente na hindi nila bagong fistula hindi nagamit. At really challenging yun sa isang pasyente na hindi mo magamit ang access mo. Kasi yun yung lifeline mo Yun yung papunta ng machine para maging ma-cleanse ka, kumbaga. Yun yung artificial kidney namin, kung tawagin nga namin. At yung pag-extend ng buhay, yung hindi ko na siya napakasi ko, sabi ko nga, one challenge at a time.
One challenge at a time.
One
One day at a time.
One day at a time din.
One
Sa mga-
dialysis treatment at a
Oo.
time.
Live for the now. Tapos na yung past, live for the now. Huwag mo nang problemahin
How
yung...
do you maintain that positive attitude?
Ang hirap, Malen.
Parang ang hirap maging positive araw-araw o
hindi,
with or without dialysis.
Nakita mo naman yung personality ko, di ba? Pero I'm still learning. Hindi ko siya napa-perfect. Siyempre, tao lang tayo. Maiinis ka, magagalit ka, pero pipilitin ko pumunta doon sa brighter side of life. Kasi nasubukan ko, Malen, na alam mo yung gusto ko mag-walk out? I cannot. Kasi literal.
Oo.
Yung breather, di ba ganun tayo pag I cannot.
I really wanted him. I really wanted to ask him also how he overcomes physical challenges, not giving up despite of those physical challenges, because in our advocacy,
Yes.
we do encounter a lot of mental health issues.
Yes, and how do
with
we
people living with
overcome it?
HIV. Yeah.
How do we cope with it? Do we
Right,
have a
right.
mental health support group with people living with HIV? Because it is also a day-to-day challenge.
I'm not sure about that at the moment, but sana nandito si Ricky Ducas.
Oo, nag-guest si Ricky sa
because,
kabilang show on mental health.
Mental
concern.
health.
he's very active regarding it.
Yes.
And,
Very passionate.
we do work together
Very
also in other
passionate.
activities.
Yun actually, Malen, yung umabot ako sa punto na, sandali, kasi hindi na ako masyado nakikipag-meet sa friends dahil syempre, yung mobility ko limited. Pumabot ako doon, sabi, kailangan ko na atang I asked my friends na mga nagtuturo ng psychology, saan ako pwedeng pumunta? PMHA.
PMHA.
Nagpa-schedule ako
Oo.
just to check my sanity.
Kamusta naman ang check?
Okay naman. Kasi
Normal
daw,
naman yung
normal
nararamdaman
kasi alam mo naman ang personality ko. Pero ang yung struggle ko ng wala akong nakakausap, wala akong nakakakwentuhan masyado, uhaw ako sa kausap. Yung, siyempre hindi ko pwede i-demand or i-compel yung mga friends ko na to come with me. Hindi na, lahat may ginagawa eh.
Oo.
And during those years na nagsisimula ako magkasakit, siyempre mga, alam mo yun, nagsi-self-pity ka. Bakit hindi nila ako kinakausap? Ganyan, porket ganyan. Yung mga ganong questions. Pero yung pinakamasakit sa akin talaga, mas yung napilay ako. Yun talaga, doon ako talaga.
Kasi natamaan talaga ang
ang
paggalaw mo.
paggalaw
dito.
ko, ang activity ko. Kasi even na nag-dialysis na ako first year, nakaka-racket pa ako. Pero nung yun na parang, wow, doon ako talagang siguro sinabi ni, again, on the brighter side, sabi ni Lord, you stay put. Ano ba ang purpose mo in life? Siguro ito yon.
Baka.
So, yun talaga, Malin, yung sabi ko sa'yo, yung gusto mong mag-walk out at nagagalit ka deep inside. At hindi ako ganun. I need to express. Kung hindi man mag-express, I need to go out and breathe and shout whatever. Hindi ko magawa. At alam mo, that time, feeling ko atakin ako sa puso. Which is really, really hard. Sabi ko, hindi ko kayang gawin ito. So, alis ka sa toxic environment.
Oo.
Number one. Of course, nagva-vary yan. Depende sa kung saan yung environment mo. Kung
So these are
family,
the highs and the lows
lows.
talaga. Real life experiences. Look, ano ba ang ating health outlook with for example, the HIV advocacy that we have? Are there any plans or programs that we have in the city?
Yeah, okay.
And pahagingan din natin ang ating mental health support.
Yeah,
Baka pwede tayong magbigay ng tips on where to go pag kailangan ng mental health support.
Actually, even before we had this mental health unit, nakikita na namin ang mental health disorders among our HIV patients. So what more for our
CKD.
patients with undergoing dialysis?
Oo.
And hindi masyadong
Medyo underreported din
Yeah,
kasi
at
ang
hindi
mental
masyadong
health ng dialysis eh.
Yes, at hindi ito nakakwento ng, at siguro
Yes.
ngayon lang nakwento ni Sir Odi ngayon, no? But since the time of COVID, diyan talagang lumabas ang mental health problems natin. Marami. Even among us, health workers, no?
Oh, yes.
Hindi namin, normal ba itong nararamdaman namin, no? And 2 years yan, 2 to 3 years. And tamang-tama, timing na pumasok ang ating mental health. Kasi importante ang mental health na we needed to address the mental health caused by, yung pag-sustain ng mga
Correct.
bata sa bahay,
Yes.
na
Yes.
walang communication,
Yes.
walang face-to-face, na
Yes.
it really, it was quite disastrous.
Oo,
No,
totoo yan.
Na hindi tayo nag-face-to-face, bumaba ang ating mga communication through online na lang.
Yes, that's true.
Teaching and communication with other relatives, wala nang face-to-face.
Wala nang face-to-face. Hybrid na nga ngayon eh.
Yeah, hybrid.
Dinadala pa rin natin ang epekto ng pandemya kahit sa academe kasi some schools have opted to go hybrid, which means there is face-to-face
Yes.
and online pa rin. Para kay Jojo, ano ang partnerships or ano ang activities ng NSMCC to address this whole spectrum of HIV/AIDS and awareness?
It's still the same thing. Aside from doing HIV awareness campaigns, we
Hindi
also
tayo
do
napapagod
screening. Hindi naman. We do screening, and then if given the chance, we also do aftercare.
What is aftercare?
This is what you do, what you give to people who have been diagnosed with HIV. So kung may mga kailangan sila, kailangan nila ng tulong. Although we don't do it as much now as we did before kasi may mga partnerships na nga
Oo.
napapasa na namin ng maayos either sa
At
HSO,
ang laki-laki
sa
ng network
BGH.
at community
Yes, meron
for
ng
HIV.
network. Meron na ring sinisimulan ngayon na support group. They're just starting for people living with HIV. I'm really praying na maging successful sila at tuloy-tuloy na ito. because we had one before, pero hindi ko alam kung ano nangyari sa kanila sa BGH. Yeah, nawala yun. So, it's really a networking of efforts. Kasi hindi lang naman tayo sa awareness, hindi rin lang nag-e-end sa testing, hindi rin lang nag-e-end sa enrollment to treatment, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yun. Because right now, although this is already good enough, treatment lang meron tayo, wala tayong cure. So this means na yung treatment nila would last until tumanda sila.
Forever.
Forever.
So sa
For
treatment
now.
talagang may forever.
May forever.
Yes. Amen.
For dialysis and
Oo,
HIV
ganun.
and
Yung-
hypertension.
Kasama na lahat yan. Talagang health concerns tayo
totoo.
ngayon. Dok, maraming nagsasabi, panay ang candle lighting, panay ang candle lighting natin for HIV/AIDS. Ano pa po ba ang pwede nating gawin?
You know,
Baka naman po ito lang ang napapansin dahil marami tayong programa.
So, these are we have two national events,
Yes.
no? National and international. So we are just, cooperative and supportive of each other. So we do the Candlelight Memorial because we learn from the experiences of others. We also learn from the experiences of those who have gone before us, no, and then we also pray for those who are undergoing treatment and having HIV complications. But with the ARV, nabawasan na ang complications, no, hindi nagiging AIDS, kundi they remain to be HIV infected lang.
Oo.
So ito yung we would like to appeal, no, to our sexually active, magpa-test na kayo, and if you are found to be HIV positive, you take the treatment for you to live longer.
Dok,
Yan lang.
ikwento niyo naman sa atin, ano ba itong yung pills na ito, PrEP?
Okay, yeah. So it's a pre-exposure prophylaxis.
Yes,
okay?
pre-exposure prophylaxis.
Prophylaxis.
Kaya tinatawag na PrEP.
Yeah,
And
okay.
sexually active individuals will take this.
Yes, to reduce the risk of having HIV.
Preventive.
Yeah, preventive, and these people are HIV negative. They're not HIV.
Oo.
They're not HIV positive. And so they take the pill 2 to 24 hours before the sexual encounter.
Oo.
And then they take the pill 1 day daily until the time that they don't have the sexual activity. They stop 2 days after they end their sexual activity. Minsan dire-diretso ang sexual activity
Oo.
nila. Kaya parang the whole of the month.
PrEP is available.
Well, it's available at the RHWC.
Libre to.
Libre ito syempre because it's a
Opo.
DOH initiative na naman
Yes.
to, and now that we have the PrEP, we screen those sexually active who takes the PrEP. Yeah.
Hindi ba tayo mababatikos dito na we're promoting a sexually active lifestyle? Ito po ang mga
totoo
common
yan, no?
na
Siyempre,
comments
no?
dito
Even sa condom noon, no, kaya nga hindi tayo
Sanay na
openly,
sanay kayo sa comments natin
yeah,
ito.
okay na yan, no? Basta lang for our sexually active, no?
For Jojo.
Sa akin naman kasi iba-iba ang sexual lifestyle ng mga tao.
Oo.
At ang kagaya ng kanila, let's change our attitude. Meron talagang mga tao na sexually active talaga.
So, kailangan po nating
So,
tanggapin ito na
yeah.
meron tayong mga
They are at high risk.
kababayan na high risk na sexually active. Hindi na natin to mapapalitan.
And this is a way
How
to...
do you confront moral questions pag ganyan? Being sa medical, tas being in the advocacy. Pag ikaw, Doc,
This is available medically. Take it.
ganun lang.
Ano na? Take it.
Hindi na kayo
For our
nagdedebate.
sexually active, hindi na, nandyan na eh. Oo. Even DOH received a lot of, criticisms
Totoo
on
po.
this. So, pagbaba, nasala na yan eh. Nasagot na nila yung mga criticisms na yan. Dito, na implement natin. So, but
For
we are,
Jojo, kwento mo din.
Sige.
Sa amin as a church, wala naman kasing moral dilemma sa MCC because
Oo.
we are a sex positive church. We don't look at sex as something that is immoral or moral. We see sex as neutral. It depends on how you use it. Kaya ang pinopromote lang namin is be responsible with that activity, with sex. Yun talaga, be responsible with sex.
So hindi na tayo umaarte dito ng pinag-uusapan because it's there and we have to face it. So wala na tayo dun sa level ng nag-explain tayo. Kasi nakakapagod, di po ba? Tapos hindi na rin tayo nakikidebate. Wala na pong question on religion and morality kung minsan. Kasi ibang usapan na naman, ibang laban yun.
Right.
Yes, right.
For Odi, ano ang, alam mo, napaka-positive kasi ni Odi, kaya sana maraming nanonood na patients undergoing dialysis. Kasi tingnan mo naman, nakangiti si Odi, ang ganda-ganda ng kulay.
I really want Audie to meet the newly diagnosed people living with HIV, pero hindi po possible yun. Because doon talaga nang gagaling yung kakadiagnose ng mga people living with HIV. Sila talaga ang nahihirapan at first,
Totoo.
mentally.
Yung kunin ko yung newly diagnosed. Sa amin din, kunin ko yung mental health.
Oo.
Pero sa group namin, Facebook group lang ito hindi ko pa namimit lahat, pero as if close ako, di ba? So, number one, hindi nakakatulog. Ang lagi kong sinasabi, it's always in the mind. Unconsciously, akala niyo wala kayong iniisip, pero meron yan.
Akala nyo lang
Hindi
wala,
ganon
pero
ka-
meron.
Hindi ganon kadaling sabihin. It's easier said than done, di ba? Pero, at hindi snap of a finger, okay ka na. Hindi po yung ganito na ako, masaya na ako, hindi po. Roller coaster ride talaga siya.
Literal.
Literal na kakalabas mo na ng ospital kaninang 5, admitted ako ulit ng 12. Kasi nagtipid ako. Ibang kwento yon pero
Oo.
yung...
Kasi may
ay-
financial talagang
Oo.
hinaharap.
ang daming... So, since nangyari sa akin yon, yung hindi dahil marami akong pera or what, ano yung practical? Sa hindi, kasi mapapadoble ka, the more ka na nagtitipid. Ngayon, ang dami ng gamot na available. Tipid. Pero yung balik ako dun sa mental health, sana magkaroon ng, kasi ang tagal ko rin actually, doktor, ang tagal ko na pa-schedule dun sa PMH, which is hindi naman ako nagmamadali.
Yeah.
Pero what more yung ibang talagang in-need. Kasi hindi naman ako high risk, kumbaga.
Yeah.
Pero gusto ko lang ng
Oo.
affirmation na, oy, okay pa po ba ako, ma'am? Ganyan. Okay ka kasi ganito ka. Okay. Kailangan ko ba ng follow-up check-up? Hindi. So, yun yung gusto kong sabihin sa mga kasama, kapwa ko dialysis patient, na hindi, kasi baka may notion sila na, magpapa-psychologist, psychiatrist. Hindi, psychologist po muna tayo. Kasi hindi pa pwedeng daanin sa gamot. Hanggat pwedeng kausapin. Kailangan, kung hindi kayo makapunta ng ospital, kailangan natin ng kausap. Importante ang kausap. Kasi kung wala kang close friend, hanap ka pa ng someone will actually, kahit yung listen lang, importante yun kasi, again, iba-iba ang ugali ng mga tao.
At iba-iba ang pagtanggap ng
Iba-iba
tao.
ang pagtanggap. Sabi nga nila, acceptance is the key, di ba? Sabi ko sa akin, hindi, although synonym naman siya, hindi lang ko siya in-accept. In-embrace ko siya. Kasi kahit magwala ka dyan buong araw, mapapagod ka lang. Papangit
Sana
ka.
dumating ang panahon na kasing dami ng advocacy at support groups for HIV/AIDS ang magkakaroon din sa chronic kidney disease. Kasi hindi ganun kadami eh. Mas matunog talaga yung HIV/AIDS. Kasi nga over the years, consistent ang campaigns. Ngayon lang emerging yung concern for dialysis. Kasi dahil meron mga pasyenteng talagang very vocal at may mga supporters na nag-clamor talaga. So emerging sana, a shout out to everybody there who knows people who are undergoing this disease, and magbuo sana tayo ng support group para dumami ang mga boses na nag-undergo nito.
Oo.
Because there is always safety in numbers, ika nga.
Yes.
Pasalamat lang ako din, Malen. Yung grupo ng Dialysis PH, which lead by Sir Reynaldo Bacayan Jr. ng Bulacan, yung siya 14 years na rin siya nagda-dialysis.
14
At
years.
yung mga kasama
oo.
namin na transplant na, nandun pa rin sila sa group,
Mhm.
continuing the advocacy. Kasi kailangan dumami eh. Pag yung sinasabi namin na pag merong may sakit sa pamilya, regardless kung ano ang sakit,
Oo.
lahat ng pamilya dapat involved.
Yes.
Ako, sa case ko, tumutulong ako hindi lang sa pasyente. Gusto ko pang makakwentuhan, kasi ginagawa ko yan tuwing Sabado, ng isang watcher, kamag-anak, caregiver, lahat ng connected sa pasyente. Kasi iba ang nanggagaling sa pasyente, iba yung nanggagaling doon sa nagbabantay. Iba, malaking bagay yon. Pero kailangan lang talaga lumaban at maging, yon ako, yung word ko lagi na, be vigilant.
Yes.
Kung mayroon kang,
Vigilant.
kasi ang mga doktor, andyan po sa atin ang ating mga doktor para gabayan tayo sa journey na ito when it comes to dialysis,
oo.
di ba? So, yung tip ko lagi, turuan natin yung sarili natin na kung paano mag-describe. Kasi yung mga doktor, magda-diagnose sila or based on your symptoms. Paano kung kailangan mong turuan yung sarili mo? Ako tinuruan ko yung sarili ko. Ito ba yung nararamdaman ko? Ganito ba yung tama ba yung pagka-describe ko? Kasi para ma-attend yung needs ko ng doktor ko. At laging magkaroon ng relasyon, relationship sa
Yes.
doktor.
Oo.
I mean, you know what I mean na?
It takes a network in the
Oo.
community also when you decide to take the treatment seriously.
Yes.
Kasi relationship with the doctor, with the government, with
Yeah. And
non-government.
you should trust your doctor. Kasi the fact that you're asking other people, which is okay lang naman, pero ang laging, hindi po ako doktor ha, ito experience ko, posibleng nangyari sa akin, posibleng hindi na mangyayari sa iyo. So, always ask your doctor for the advice. Kasi posibleng yung gamot na ito, okay
Pwede
sa akin,
sa'yo, pero sa
hindi okay
kanya
sa'yo.
hindi.
Oo,
Wag mag-self-medicate.
always ask the doctor kung hindi naiintindihan, hindi masamang magtanong. Kung pakiulit po, walang problema doon kasi mahalaga. Hindi yung pagkatapos na, nakalabas ka na ng clinic. Hindi ko natanong. Tapos
Yung
magtatanong
hindi
ka
ko
sa iba.
naintindihan.
Hindi ko naintindihan. Kasi mayroon naman talaga mga pasyenteng gano'n na, at nauunawaan natin yung gano'n na, kailangan nyo lang magtanong. Turuan natin ang sarili nating magtanong.
Totoo yan. I'm sure ang daming magre-respond sa episode na ito dahil these are emerging and top concerns. Doc Sel, balik tayo sa serbisyo na ibinibigay ng ating City Health Office. Ano po ba ang treatments at ano po ba ang ibang mga programs natin? Since nandito na rin lang tayo, let's educate our audience on what we can offer to put health at a top concern.
Yeah, for HIV, no, we have free HIV testing, merong pre-testing, pre-counseling, no, pre-HIV testing. When you get the test, meron ka pang counseling. After you get the result, meron ring counseling.
And these are government services.
Yes, these are government services, and we give the treatment for our HIV. We give meron tayong bagong gamot na medyo hindi ko lang ma-memorize.
Oh, go ahead, Doc.
So ito yung
May note si Doc eh. Ganito ka.
Okay,
ganito
Dolu.
kasipag talaga yung Doc Sel eh.
Hindi naman, pero we have the dolutegravir
Okay.
based HIV treatment. So this is one of the most effective ARV na binibigay na po natin sa ating clinic, no. Of course, no, sponsored by the DOH din. And actually hindi pa ho ito fully devolved sa LGU. It's still DOH kasi syempre in bulk mas cheaper if they buy it in bulk, no. So then after that, and we give the free vaccines to our HIV patients, no, persons living with HIV. They also receive the flu vaccine, pneumonia vaccine. We give them the free testing. Free blood chemistry, free chest x-ray, yung mga kailangan nilang mga test na available sa atin, binibigay po natin sa kanila.
Okay.
Pati viral load, no, tumutulong ang SHIP at saka PSFI na nagbibigay ng free na viral load. CD4 count, we also rely on the Baguio General Hospital. Meron ding discount ang ating mga pasyente.
Okay.
So we refer patients for any complications to the Baguio General Hospital or to any hospitals that they would want to be admitted or to be consulted.
Marami tayong programa and we hope health concerns become nalalapit kasi ang ating eleksyon ngayong Mayo at malapit na rin ang local na kampanya. And we hope our candidates and the present officials take health as a top priority. Dahil tayo bilang mamamayan, kailangan nating tutukan ang ating kalusugan. And primarily the government is helping us for this, and it is through funding from the national government na didevolve sa local government na nagkakaroon tayo ng mga programang ganito. Kaya kailangan natin tignan kung ano ang health agenda ng ating mga kandidato para sa kabutihan ng lahat.
Yes.
Okay, for Jojo, ano po ang pwede nating masabi sa ating audience ngayon on the continuing advocacy on HIV/AIDS, may it be awareness, testing, a change of attitude? What can we impart? What do you think has become important or essential in this advocacy journey?
Before, we were big on HIV awareness. I think we've done that so much over
Success
the
na tayo
past
dyan.
years. I think we've been successful in imparting that knowledge. Now it is time to call onto the people to take that knowledge seriously. It could happen to you. It could happen to anybody. So get yourself protected. Use your knowledge on HIV well. Be responsible. We want us to be part of the solution, not the problem anymore.
That's true. Take it seriously. Dahil tapos na tayo sa level ng IEC, seryosohin na natin ang ating sinasabi. Now, Odi, you have the stage. Kausapin mo ang ating mga nanonood and advocate for patient empowerment and give hope for people who are currently undergoing dialysis.
Dahil belated Happy World Kidney Day noong March 13, in celebration of World Kidney Day, alagaan po natin, sa mga hindi pa pasyente, hindi pa, no? So, alagaan po natin yung health natin kasi kita nyo naman, yung mga kinakain ng mga tao ngayon laging instant. Iwasan po natin yon. Yung isang ina-advocate namin ngayon is yung label sa mga pagkain na nasa harapan. Kasi pag nasa likod, kuha ka lang ng kuha. Isa yun sa importante. Sa mga kapwa ko dialysis patient, hindi po hanggat may buhay tayo, may pag-asa, ika nga, di ba? Laging at the end of the day, nasa pasyente pa rin. Kahit, ito paulit-ulit kong ginasabi sa mga nagtatanong, kahit tumambling na ang buong mundo sa paligid mo, tinutulungan ka, kung ang tao mismo ayaw niyang tulungan ang sarili niya. That's a different story.
Okay.
Baligtad din natin, kahit na yung walang-wala, but the will to live is there, mabubuhay siya. At it's always in the mind. Alam niyo po, napaka-powerful ng mind natin na, kaya nga di ba yung mga gamot na hindi naman pala totoong gamot ay gumagana. Maniwala tayo doon sa always trust your doctor. Yun lang.
Okay.
At kung may, yun talaga, laking paulit-ulit, turuan natin ang mga sarili natin, na tulungan ang sarili natin. Kasi importante na meron kang guidance with your doctor. Kasi nandyan sila para gabayan tayo. Kung may tanong kayo, syempre naman, hindi naman pilosopo, di ba? Kung meron kang hindi naunawaan, yun paulit-ulit talaga, tanong niyo po sa doktor niyo, tanong niyo po sa doktor ninyo. Ang akin is experience ko, pero kailangan niyo pa rin ng konsulta sa doktor. So, yun for now. At maging positibo, it's easier said than done. Ika nga.
Maging positibo.
Maging positibo. Bakit? Hindi ko tinatanggap ang reality ko. Tanggap ko na po ang reality ko. Wala. Ito, hindi ka na ba magta-transplant? Hindi na ako candidate and I'm happy with it. Pilay na ako. I'm happy with it. Nahihirapan ako pero may mas nahihirapan pa sa akin, alam ko.
Yes.
Isang OD lang ang magsasabi sa atin ng ganito sa panahon ngayon.
Kasi, di ba?
Kaya kailangan natin ng mga taong katulad ni OD na positive talaga.
Always look at the brighter side of life. Hindi naman ako yung santo po, pero meron pa rin eh.
Opo.
Ang laki ng pagbabago ng PhilHealth, which is, wow. Wow na wow talaga. So, pwede na natin puntahan yung mga, pwede na tayong, kasi noon, focus ka sa pagpapagamot, hindi na natitingnan yung puso, yung other organs. Ngayon, meron ka ng chance. Of course, may usapin pa rin pera. Pero ngayon, ang laki ng lift na load sa aming mga pasyente. Tingnan po natin, ako, may diferensya na ako sa mata, sa puso, sa buto, sa skin, halos lahat, di ba?
Pero ang ganda ng skin ni OD.
Hindi siya magic, sa totoo lang.
Oo.
Naglo-glow.
Nag-glow.
Parang gusto ko
Naglo-glow ang
makapataya.
Glowing.
Hindi, actually,
Sandali, humahabol si Sir Ricky Ducas. Sabi niya, medyo mabagal po kasi kuminsan ang pagpasok ng comments. Yes, we have a program closely knitted with RHWC.
Yeah,
Ano
that's
po
a
ang
treatment hub.
RHWC? Regional
Reproductive
Health.
Reproductive Health and Wellness
Health.
Center. That's a social hygiene clinic of Baguio City.
Alright.
Na nasa Health Services Office na.
We also have, sabi ni Sir Ricky, we have po through the initiative of DocSel to incorporate mental health with the RHWC. So, hindi natin hahayaan na, hindi natin basahin ng comment ni Sir Ricky dahil isa din ito sa top advocates natin.
Yeah,
Di ba
he's
po,
working
Doc?
very hard.
And everybody is seeing na talagang nagtatrabaho. Si Sir Ricky. Hello, Sir Ricky.
Na-roll out na rin yan sa mga health centers natin.
Opo.
So they have the capability of identifying or determining kung may mental health disorder ang kanilang mga pasyente.
I think na kailangan talaga nating suportahan yung mental health advocacy efforts kasi yung tulong ng mental health advocacy hindi lang sa mga PLHIVs, it really encompasses.
It cuts across all, not discriminating by disease, by strata, by profession, na nabigyan din kami ng opportunity to have a mental health check sa media, and we're very, very thankful for that during the pandemic. Kasi talagang naramdaman din namin yung hagupit ng pandemya sa mental health namin. And talagang top concern to. Doc, I will give you the last say. Ano po ang gusto niyong message sa ating viewers? I'm sure, alam niyo po kasi every month meron tayong parang theme na program, di ba? Kasi ganyan ka-importante ang concerns. But for you, what is your message to our audience, especially para sa Baguio City at sa ating mga kababayan?
Yeah. The Health Services Office is prepared to take care of the health of each and every individual in the city of Baguio.
Yan ang pinakamagandang sinabi ni Doc
I'd
Sel
like to
talaga.
say that primary care facilities or yung health centers po natin are open not only to sick people, na please, even if you're well, please take a look inside your health center. Kumustahin nyo sila. And you might even get a physical examination. Pag pumunta kayo, tingnan natin. So we're not only looking at, after the sick. Gusto natin lahat ng mga tao around that barangay of that health center, will be enrolled in that health center. That health center will take care of the health of the people who are enrolled in that health center. Kaya po, please, may sakit, o well ka, you think you're well, just please enter your health center.
Yes.
And the health center is open.
Through the years po sa aking media career, ilang beses ko na pong na-encounter si Doc Sel, and hindi po talaga matatawaran ang kanyang passion at kanyang willingness to serve. Ang dami na po naming issues ng health na napag-usapan through the years. Hindi lang yung COVID, as far back as meningo.
Yeah, meningo. Yeah,
Tapos nung
right.
nag-uumpisa itong HIV/AIDS advocacy, nakita ko din yung programs ni Doc Sel. That's why I'm very happy that we've come to this point, that we have treatment and that we have something to offer.
Thank you.
And for this episode, I'm very happy to have these three people with me. Kasi nga po, matagal na natin gusto magkaroon ng health concern segment. And of course, sa atin po sa Fridge TV at sa North Luzon Monitor, we also take health as the top concern. And I'm sure this is not going to be the last time that we're going to talk about health and, of course, advocacy. So I'd like to thank for this day si Jojo, of course, Odi and Doc Sel.
Yes.
Nagpapasalamat po tayo sa binigay niyong knowledge at sa binigay niyong passion sa inyong journeys, for sharing your CKD journey. Of course, kay Jojo for the advocacies of our NSMCC, and kay Doc Sel para ipakita sa atin that the government is, of course, working for the health of everyone. And this closes our episode for this day. We are thankful for everything that we've learned. At sa ngalan po ng Fridge TV at ng North Luzon Monitor, Malen Katahan for the Breaking Point. Maraming
you,
salamat po.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Doc Sel.
Yeah,
Nakaano na to eh.